Forest High Road, or the B500 Schwarzwald-Hochstrasse as it's known locally, is not a long road. It starts just outside the spa town of Baden-Baden in the southwest of Germany, then winds its way across the forest for a little over 40 kilometres before coming to an end in the hamlet of Niebis. As a place to simply visit, the High Road is rich with all sorts of attractions. There are hotels and guest houses all along its route, with ski centres, glacial lakes and local restaurants that serve the world's most famous gâteau, appearing every few kilometres. But as a road to simply drive on, the B500 is a rare gem, and there are all sorts of reasons why. One, it's fast and fluid in some places, but then extremely tight and challenging in others. Two, it reaches a peak of almost 3,500 feet at Mummelsee, at which point it spirals back down to near sea level at Baden-Baden via a series of sweeping bends that will test the mettle of any car and any driver. Never more so than when it's damp, which is quite often in the Black Forest. And three, the road also has this delicious sense of rhythm to it, in which the corners flow towards you with a very clear sense of connection. And that makes it a really fascinating piece of road to drive on, come rain or shine, or during the daytime or at night.
I mean, the B500 itself is this unbelievable piece of road that kind of sweeps and flows through the Black Forest. And that's just fantastic, but it is really quick in places. But these little roads that lead off it, up into the hills and down into the valleys, they're just brilliant. They're just as much of a challenge and they're just as good to drive on in their way as the B500 itself. The Black Forest, the B500 and all these little roads that lead off it, they're absolutely the middle of the bullseye when it comes to proper drivers' roads.
The name Schwarzwald-Hochstrasse was first used in 1930, when the road between Hundseck and Untersmatt was completed, which made access to the Black Forest far easier than it had been before. Further construction was carried out for strategic reasons under the Third Reich between 1939 and 1941, but it wasn't until 1952 that the High Road was completed and the towns of Baden-Baden at one end and Freudenstadt at the other were finally linked. The High Road is popular with tourists and driving enthusiasts alike for most of the year round, and in the ski season it gets even busier still. But so long as you pick the right moment to use it, ideally first thing after daybreak or later in the afternoon, the B500 is a classic driver's road, and it's set among some of the most stunning scenery you'll encounter anywhere in Europe, which is some bonus, but then the B500 is some road.